Like, you need Jesus, we're going to church on Sunday.
Yes.
Now you're attacking my character. Don't look at my tampon string.
Can I sit with you?
Yes, you can sit with me.
And we want you to sit with us.
It's Dom.
And Ella.
You may know us from finding love on reality TV, and by that we mean with each other.
Two best friends figuring out life.
Chatting all things reality TV, because, I mean, how could we not?
And all things in between. Sex, relationships, dating, and navigating being a female in the world.
Unfiltered and fabulous advice
From your two besties. All right, guys, we are back for part 2.
What are you laughing at?
I laughed at the fact that you gave him a voucher.
Oh, well, let's discuss that.
I laughed at the fact that Tristan was like a fucking puppy dog with like getting a present.
He was just like so excited and like, I mean, I wasn't expecting that reaction from him.
Let me ask you a question. What did I say and who did I say it to, as far as you know?
Well,
We
I
never-
don't know
Why
because
not? Do you watch the show?
all we heard as viewers was
Yeah.
Timothy
said that Jack walked out and said
the whales
the
are out.
whales are out, and it was a few people at the pool.
Him and Tristan.
Yeah, Tristan. Yeah.
Yes.
The day they spent the whole day inside.
Mm.
But they were at the pool.
All
that
I'll-
day.
So I'll tell you what happened. I did walk into the pool. I did make a comment, and I'll tell you the comment. It was probably 35 degrees. There's no cameras. We're all chilling out, right?
Yeah.
Big brother vibes, swimming around.
Yeah.
I walked into the pool. I won't put my hand on my heart. Someone might have been at the other end of the pool. This is like, 20-meter pool. No one's hearing me at the other end. And Lauren and I believe Jade were on the edge of the pool. Good vibes. I walked in. I did a little dance and I went, the whales are out. Which in turn, I was trying to be funny. They turned around and laughed. Lauren cackled. And then what did I do? I hopped in the pool beside him and we were amicably hanging out off camera. That's what happened. There was no comment, no judgment, no that's fucking shit thing to say. They just laughed. It was just a stupid, self-deprecating almost joke with a dance, right? You get cabin fever. We're all saying outrageous shit.
Yeah.
We did all the time. Anywho, I'm talking about these guys premeditating a pop-off on me that night. Would it be so far-fetched to think Lauren now goes and has a conversation with Timothy and Jonno and says, all right, what else we got on Jack? Well, he walked into the pool and said this. We could twist that. And that's what happened. That's where that come from. And that's probably the grossest thing for my character that happened on the show.
Yeah.
I really, really wish I didn't say it because of how it's now been framed and how it come out on TV.
So I just want to
Terrible.
clear it up. You actually didn't say the whales are out to Timothy or Tristan.
They were not there.
100%
They weren't
no.
there.
They
Okay.
were not even at the pool.
So you're admitting you said the comment,
Correct.
but it was actually to
Lauren.
two different other people, and it was in a different.
It didn't mean
Setting.
what it's been
no,
said.
Okay.
no.
Okay.
So
I am not that fucking stupid. I wouldn't, especially as a personal trainer of 10 years, I would not walk into a pool and say a comment like that. It's humor to someone that would not find it funny.
two people who clearly are not whales,
Yeah.
Lauren and Jade, who
And
look
I
after
said on
themselves,
camera,
and that
it was
like
two girls in a bikini who both look very, very fit,
Fit.
in
Yeah.
a bikini.
Yeah.
Happy, comfortable in their bodies, right?
Yeah.
Turn around and call me a fucking blue whale. I wouldn't care. I would have laughed. Like,
Yeah.
And the shit that Lauren comes out with, she was, don't look at my tampon string and shit like that. It's just outrageous banter at the time. And I say one thing, and here we go, new storyline for Jack. Just come on.
And so Timothy
see-
decides to
Yeah.
throw this comment at you.
Jack, you're a shit guy. Timothy, I don't give a fuck what you think. You're the shittest guy I've ever met. Like,
Okay. Whoa, right?
now you're
Okay.
attacking my character
Yeah.
and my reputation.
Yeah.
Fuck you, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, so this comes out. Now, the thing I don't understand, so if this is, as you say,
oh, it is.
okay, why is it that then at the dinner party,
Hmm.
you pull Tristan aside and say, I apologize and I'm going to give you, and I'm trying not to laugh now, but a voucher for a supplement and a keychain that says you are enough. I'm laughing because I actually don't even know what else to do because I'm like, it's either too fucking stupid for words or it's like this shit doesn't make sense. And I'm like,
yeah. And in now that you've said like Tim and Tristan weren't even there.
Yeah.
When you pulled Tristan aside,
It actually makes
and
sense.
Timothy is sitting there.
He didn't
did not say a word. He did not move, and he was the one who went for you.
And we said that in our recap. We were like,
what?
why? If Timothy is so irate that, you know,
His son.
Yeah.
you've just called his son a fucking whale and I'm going to come for you. But, well, why isn't he saying anything to Jack?
Oh, please let me clear this up.
It
Well,
just did
please,
not
can
make
you? Because
sense.
I was sitting there being like, this doesn't make sense. Timothy's sitting there like a stunned mullet.
He's like in a stargaze at the wall.
Yeah.
Like he
Thinking about Lucinda.
yeah, thinking about Lucinda.
Yeah. We're going to root tonight.
Not. I'm no producer, but there's a hole there. There's 100% a hole.
Well,
in
I
that
mean, there's a
storyline.
hole, and I was talking about the hole,
Yeah,
mate.
what? Fill the hole.
So no, Tristan was not there at the pool. However, now Timothy's brought that comment up around these more vulnerable people, more sensitive people,
Okay.
respectfully. So now he has heard the comment. So now he's affected.
When Tristan thanked you for this, you know, the voucher and the
Yeah.
keychain, he was genuinely fucking like
Thankful.
Yeah, very.
right?
Yes.
Which in the context to me was like, why the fuck is this bloke being so thankful
When
if
he
he's
just called you a whale.
when he just called you a whale? That didn't
yeah.
make sense to me. And go back and listen to the clip because we
We
said
were
that
like,
in the
what
recap.
the fuck is happening?
And at that point in time, me and Tristan had a really good relationship, and we did throughout the whole show. I do like him as a friend on the show.
Yeah.
And we were always chatting about self-esteem, the gym, fitness, nutrition.
Which he'd said was a low point for him.
Yeah.
He needed to work on his self-esteem, and that
Yeah.
was something that obviously affected him in his relationship with
Yeah.
Cass.
Yeah. And guess
know?
what I was doing post-show? I was programming for Tristan, on the phone to Tristan, helping him any way I could,
Okay.
like from a professional standpoint. Yeah.
Right.
I'm actually lost for words, and I don't get lost for words. And
So let me clear this up. The
So
next
you've-
day after the whale comment,
Yep.
because now Timothy's brought it out at the bonfire
this
for
fucking
everyone to
Timothy.
hear, right? I had to go shoot something with Tristan. I sit down. Tristan goes, oh, after hearing that comment, now I'm affected. He goes, Jack, I know.
Secondhand defense.
Yeah.
Basically, I've got to be on the back foot straight away. I've got to apologize. And he's saying to me, Jack, I know you didn't say it to me. I said, I know, but this is why I don't make stupid jokes like this, because it might come out and someone might get offended. We hugged. Jack, I love you. I love you, Tristan. All good. I come home and I said to Tori, that's fucked. Like that I've upset someone, even though it was backhanded, it's come out the way it has. And I actually said to T, I don't care what happens at this dinner party. I'm going to get Tristan, put him down, apologize again. And I'm going to gift him. Why not?
Something that he'd asked for.
Yeah,
Mind you.
I'll get to the gift. So we walk into cocktails. You're not allowed to have like anything on you, right? Nothing
Yeah.
in your pockets if they don't know about it. I'd hid this present in my pocket.
Oh, so they didn't know.
Nah.
Oh, fuck.
So Jack and Tori are last to
Production
enter the.
nightmare over here.
Yeah.
You were just shelving this shit? Like, where were you keeping it? Like, where were you keeping
Tristan,
it?
I shelved that little toy, mate.
Between your cheeks.
So we walk in. We're the last to enter.
yeah.
4 hours later, and
no.
I didn't say good day to anyone. I just gunned for Tristan, and I gunned for Timothy. I was just going to grab him, put him on the couch, and I did. I grabbed him. We're halfway to the couch, and they said, "Supper's served." Cut straight into the room. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you grabbing Tristan? I'm going to apologize to the guy. Anyway, dinner party starts, and I just get straight up and I go grab him, and out we go. Question: why the hell did I go grab Timothy, someone I don't like, don't get on with? Why did I grab him to come and watch this apology? Why do you
Well,
think-
I was asking myself that, so please answer that. Yeah.
Yeah, emotional support. So Tristan and Timothy have obviously, that relationship.
Yeah.
Daddy, sonny, whatever you want to call it. So I'm not going to take him out there, have him overwhelmed. I'm going to grab my arch nemesis, you could say. Can you come and like emotionally support Tristan while I apologize to him? I put my ego aside because I don't like Timothy and asked him to come with. And he did. We sit down. That went for about 10, 15 minutes. It was very wholesome, very nice. Tristan would not let me apologize again. Jack, you didn't say it to me. I know you didn't say it to me. I love you, Jack. You help me all the time. I put my hand on his knee. I say, Tristan, let me speak. I'm going to apologize. You don't need to apologize. This is what I'm going to do. Sit down, bro. Like, let me apologize. And I do. I say a lot more than you see on camera.
Yeah.
I tell him he's a good guy. I say, that was a silly joke I've made to someone else. It's come out. You've been affected. Oh, I know. But, I'm apologizing. Here I am. I gifted him, and he had been talking to me for a couple of weeks now. Jack, take me to the supplement store. I want to get a protein. I want to get a pre-workout. What better time? I got him a a voucher for the protein store. So he loved it.
He really did love it.
I'm sorry, but you guys, like, we had to cut so much out of that episode because I couldn't stop laughing. This fucking loved it.
Yeah, he
and I'm
loved
like,
it.
what, bitch? Why is he fucking loving this? If
'Cause
he's so
protein's
hurt that he's
expensive.
been called a fucking whale, if he's so offended that he's been called a whale, and now he's fucking so excited
It
over
was
a
a
Kink
massive
check.
hole. It didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't
Yeah,
make
this is
sense.
didn't.
our second apology now.
can't.
We
I'm
apologised
dying.
back at the
I'm dying.
retreat, right? We
And
hugged it
I'm
out at the
dying.
retreat.
It's almost like when you provide the context. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
right.
Well, it sounds shit. It's like, oh, this
it's
is
so
fucking boring.
anticlimactic.
It's just another bullshit storyline on Jack. Like, add him up. Add him up. It's a rap
I'm
sheet.
like incredibly surprised with how much they were actually able to do with you.
Couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Do
Like I'm
you-
gonna
Do
say
you know
that.
what it is? Because I actually think that a majority of the cast were actually quite weak.
Oh my God. You just
yeah.
took the words out of my mouth, which
Yeah.
are normally from my lovely girl, Tori.
And I want to explain what I mean here. Now, I know in our season, I wouldn't have made it through if I didn't have Ella and if I didn't have Jack.
Yeah.
They were the only two people that actually saw the shit that was happening and actually stood up.
Yeah.
Now, the only person you had was your partner, and of course, your partner's not going to be. You've
Your default, right?
You've brainwashed her, Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Default.
You've
She's
brainwashed
under your
her.
spell. She's
yeah,
getting
there's something wrong.
sand.
Tori,
stupid.
I mean,
yeah.
at times we were like, is she in dick sand? But she's not even getting the dick.
Yeah, yeah. We
were like,
we
fucking
legit-
don't know.
Do you know how many times we said that? Is Tori in dick said, but babe, she's not getting the fucking
But then we're
dick.
like, maybe they are getting the dick. Maybe she is.
Yeah, and then we'd be like, maybe they are fucking, and they're lying.
They're
to us.
lying. Maybe. Anyway,
Honestly, seriously.
all I'll say is you're welcome.
But like, for me, having lived the experiment, it just shows that I know so many of the people in our season
Yeah.
were so weak and wouldn't have said anything.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, that's what's happened here.
Yeah.
I needed one, bro. Hey, I
Yeah,
needed one
yeah.
guy.
You needed just one. Yeah,
said this
You
all
didn't have that,
along. Like,
unfortunately.
You were amazing, but
Yeah.
again, you're by default something
Your
wrong
default,
with you,
you've
right?
brainwashed
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
I needed
Yeah.
one guy to stand up, and I'll say this again. There's 4 sets of balls on that entire cast. They belong to me, to Tori, Lauren, and Sarah. That is it.
I
No
actually
one
think
else
you've
had
got more balls than a lot of those got blokes.
100.
Like,
yeah.
actually-
Yeah.
If you want to go against the grain, go against the narrative, it takes some big balls.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to be ready for the heat.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah.
But fuck me, if someone was going Tori or one of my mates on that show, like I would have been there.
Yeah.
Like I would have stood up for sure and said what I thought. The amount of times some of these guys were saying certain things to me off camera, got you, Jack. I believe this, I don't believe that. And then, we hit the dinner party. It's coming on me again. The heat's there. Where are they? Where
It's
are
like
they?
piss week.
In Italian, we call it nimmanyamu. We call he's a bit
Yes.
fucking,
Yeah.
you know? There's no English translation for that word. But he's a bit,
Yeah.
what am I? Cardboard.
there's
It's a bit
nice guys and
bland.
good guys.
Bland.
It needs salt.
Well, I kind of felt with Jonno, like I really struggled to figure out what his place was in the show.
Yes.
Like without Lauren, and then obviously the Ellie thing came out, and then that somehow ended up being his place.
it's like that
But
was his
before
place,
that-
wasn't it?
He
That
was
was
a
his
pawn.
place.
He was a pawn. I've said this before. He was a pawn to Lauren. He was
Wait,
kind
what's a
of.
porn?
A pawn is like something you can move around.
He was
He
just
was
a
just
place.
little place
Yeah,
that we
right.
could move around.
puppet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was,
Yeah.
and they
Like
did
an
it-
extra. We
they-
need him where we need him.
Oh, okay.
They did it quite well. And if I think back, he was the one that invited me to go to the gym in the first place. Come sign up at my gym. And I did. Then he's having these conversations with me. He's getting a little bit, nothing of any substance, but he's taking it home. Lauren again. What is he saying? And I'm
But
like,
so
"Let's
do you
go."
think that Jonno was like actually doing that on purpose?
I think so. I've watched enough of it back now, and they're in their hotel rooms and she's slagging me off and he's like, meh, having a good laugh about it. He's not defending me. He's not saying, well, come on.
But then you're saying that in the gym and behind that,
Yeah.
you were actually
Mates.
Only the damage was done. When I worked it out,
Okay.
damage was already done.
okay.
Yeah.
So when would you say you worked it out? Like when are we talking?
Probably, week 3 after the muzzle, maybe like week 4. Like, call week 4 is the week after the muzzle comment.
Mm-hmm.
He was up my ass the next day at the gym. So sorry, bro. Hand over my shoulder. The
would've told him where to go.
The night of the muzzle comment, he was shaking my hand in the cocktail room saying, sorry, it come out like that, bro. Like, so we're back at the gym the next day. So I kind of gave him a little bit of leeway. for the next week and
And then
long
he said
after
sorry
that.
again and
Yeah.
sorry I ruined your birthday or something. Like he was just he was uncomfortable. I
Again,
don't know what it was.
He's got Lauren there, and she's she's bigger, she's louder, demonstrative, quite manipulative, and he's dealing with that. So
I mean, all for like whatever. Like, yeah, she makes good TV. We're all for that. Good on her. Whatever. But it's like, I think it was a farce, to be honest, that they even got to final vows. And I've said it. No one's going to pay me to not say that.
But they
and
had
I
an
know
arra-
that she's the favourite.
Yeah.
But that's how I felt as a viewer. I was like,
Well, it's weird because she wasn't my favorite.
No.
she would never be my favorite, right?
She wasn't mine.
oh, we know she's not your favourite.
Yeah.
But if I watch the show back, I'll be like, who is enjoying this?
I mean, I wasn't.
Like-
And I don't really know if I find it hard to believe that she's a fan favorite.
I mean, there were some moments where she was funny. I was like, ha.
Yeah,
but also-
but the rest of it outweighs the funny.
I thought maybe Dom, you would like her a bit more than that. I thought you would have liked the outrageous.
Well, I
banter
think
in
a
the
lot of
show.
people
did at the
thought
start.
a lot
You
of
did at
people
the start.
thought that I was going to like
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I enjoy some of this. I enjoy some of this. But to be honest with you, Jack, I think people think that like I put it on.
Yeah.
But like that's just how I am.
Yeah.
I don't have to have fucking 5 wines,
Yeah.
10 wines
Yeah.
to say a few funny things. Like
Yeah.
this is what you get.
Yeah.
Like I'm boisterous and loud and
It doesn't
obnoxious.
mean you're not a good person, right?
Correct.
It doesn't
Yeah,
mean
exactly.
you're not honest.
And that's not, and we're not saying that about Lauren either.
I
I
am.
personally, you can say that. And that's totally fine because you had that different experience with her. But it's just like, I just don't think that she was genuine in that setting.
Well, we know what happened
saw
at the final
that.
dinner party.
I mean, do we? Before we get to the reunion dinner party, because I feel like that's going to be a whole episode in itself, we've got to get to this honesty box,
Oh my
which are beautiful, lovely questions from our
listeners.
Oh, yeah?
And I guess people that, want to,
Yeah.
be a bit smart ass. There's some funny ones in there. There's some there's some piss takes in there. All right,
we
don't
can
take it
handle
all with
that.
a grain of salt.
I think Australia didn't get to see. We have some silly banter between us. I think we can handle
This
this.
is best fun.
Yeah, we did not see
I
that
love that.
one
Well, I'm
bit.
excited for these questions because I actually can't remember what ones we
Babe,
put
don't
in
get
there.
up and walk off on me, will you?
No.
No, don't. You can't. You
Pop it
can't.
when we get home. How did the edit reflect your true relationship? Well, it fucking didn't, did it? Didn't reflect it at all.
No.
Like literally none of it.
No.
Yeah. No wonder everyone's confused.
Yeah, and I think they have me saying this line. He's just so logical. He's got so much logic. It makes sense if you get it in its entirety. In my talk with John in the beginning, I say like I need someone who can come at me with reason and logic whilst I'm grounded and independent and make my own decisions. I'm a woman. My mind spirals. I like to think that my world is on fire when it's really not. I need someone who can be like, pull your head in. Your world's actually not ending. You're just having a bad day. I've never had that. So when I make reference to his logic or his reason or his calmness, that's what I mean.
That makes sense.
So it doesn't, the show doesn't reflect our relationship at all. The edit doesn't reflect
Yeah,
us.
I think the term "the edit" is used quite a lot.
Yeah.
Well, it's what
and
you see and what you don't see. Like
Yeah.
no one sees me saying anything nice about my wife Tori on the show. Like every day you're asked, I'm telling them that I think she's the best thing that's ever happened to me. I'm saying she's so well articulated, well spoken.
But we see that you're
emotionally
not sexually
intelligent.
attracted to her,
Yeah.
that you don't want to have sex with her yet. That's the stuff we see.
Yeah,
I know, and that's
that's right.
upsetting as well.
Jack,
Okay.
how did you feel watching yourself back on MAFS? Was it a bad edit or was it real life? Well, I think watching it back, it was horrible. Like, does anyone know who the real Jack Dunkley is from watching that season? Absolutely not. Even when I have people will kind of fan me, they'll come up and be like, Jack, love watching you on TV. My first question is, what do you like about that character? That's what I ask. And I say, well, that's actually not who I am. There's, elements of it, sure. But, without the reality, the context, the clarity, that is not who I am. It's not what you'll get.
So are you saying it's more the context and clarity other than the edit? Because an edit is
Yeah.
just how they've placed one clip upon one clip
Yeah.
upon one clip.
I believe
You're
so.
saying you wanted more context, more
100.
clarity.
Oh, yeah, that's what we
100.
needed. Like
Yeah.
he's given us so much context behind everything
Yeah.
every
I
big
think
thing
there's,
that
and there's a
happened.
difference here,
Yeah.
between saying I blame the edit
Yes.
and context and clarity.
Yeah, that's very well put,
Yeah.
actually. I wish I knew that before the media started.
Yeah, well, trust me, we wish we knew a lot before
Yeah.
we did
And I
media.
think like people get done, their edit is glowing, but them as a person
He's a piece of shit.
is not glowing at all, right? So
Oh, I'm going to get so much fucking
do you
shit
know what I
for this.
mean?
We've met a few people that have done the show before. Like we've hung out, had some drinks, met some really good people. And they all tend to say the people that get the fucked up edits are the good people, and the people that end up looking like this shining light are the shitty looking people. Like,
Well, I mean, that's interesting because people on my season say that. And you're sitting here with me, Tori, you've watched the show.
Yeah.
And people say, oh, well, I came out great, didn't I? Because
yeah, I look like an angel. I've been queened for standing up. You've got a mouth on you like a freaking sailor. Like, where is your decorum? I don't, Tori, do you think the show portrayed you more oblivious and delulu than you actually were?
which is a good question.
It's a great question. It's a solid question.
Yeah.
I'm not a delusional person. Nor am I oblivious. I'm very switched on, and my intelligence was questioned from the get-go. Yeah, the way I looked was like this really silent person that just kind of, Jack said jump and I said how high.
Yes.
When in actual fact, not only did I have the context of every situation that was going on.
And none of us did.
Correct.
Yeah.
I spent quite genuinely every waking moment with this person.
And that was something we asked, guys. I just want to put this out there. That was one of the first thing that we asked Jack and Tori as they walked in. Like, do you guys actually spend time together when the cameras were off and on the weekends? Because for Ella and I, that is the shining beacon of if this is actually real or fucking not.
Because we spent every weekend and every time off camera with our partners.
Yes.
Yeah. And so did we, like we had like a little routine. We'd wake up, Jack would go to the gym, I would
Get the goss with the boys.
I would, get ready for the day. I'd clean the apartment, that was what we did.
Yeah.
And then on our breaks, we would go to Coles. And then at night, we would have dinner and watch movies and debrief on our day because it would have been a shit show. And then
every night, and then go to bed together.
We'd go to bed together. We'd wake up together.
We'd set the alarms together.
Yeah, there was never a moment where we weren't together.
A team.
Correct.
I
We're a
made
team.
I made us sandwiches when we'd go to like the dinner parties.
Oh my God,
and
he'd
stuff.
like pack our snacks and he'd make me rice crackers, one with like peanut butter and one with Vegemite, and we'd smush because I love them both.
Yum.
Like, he'd make sure I had like my yogurt. Like, it was a team and it fucking functioned so well.
This is for Jack, I'm going to say. Why do you wear clothes that don't fit you?
I didn't write that, but I saw it and I was like, I got to put that one in. So my thing was, I don't know how the soundos mic'd you up because your buttons were that undone. I don't know where they put the mic, where they've put it. Like, I would be making it's
cracking
taking the
jokes.
piss.
Yeah.
Like, I'm taking the piss.
No, that's fine. We had that banner every day with the sound people as well. He's like, come on,
They
Jack.
loved it.
Can't I just do one more button up? I'm like,
I
work around it
too. It's like they're so good at their jobs too. It's
Yeah,
like they
they'll
make
make it
that
work.
shit work.
Yeah.
You know?
they were referring to doing me like they were doing is it Commando Steve off the Biggest
Off
Loser?
The Biggest Loser.
At one point we said, Jack's got better cleavage than me, and then I was like, yeah, no, I've got fake tits.
Yeah.
It was one of that 100. That was one of the fucking best reels we actually made.
My
Was that?
cleavage and
Yeah.
you've got
Yes.
Literally, I'm like, what the fuck?
It's not fucking better cleavage enough. And she's like, I paid fucking over 10 grand for these tits.
100. Guilty. And not a hair follicle inside.
Oh, we also said that
We
too.
also said that. He go,
We were like, oh, we've got fucking laser everywhere.
I've got more hair on my legs than what Jack does. Like, and it's all personal opinion. Everyone's got their own personal style, and I don't believe in coming for people's looks.
No.
But I wanted to chuck that one in there because I thought, people have come at you for, your lack of body hair, your shirts, your buttons.
Your tan in the wintertime.
The tan, I mean.
Do you go to the solarium?
I do in the winter, maybe once a week, once a fortnight, hit the solarium.
Yeah.
But we knew it. We were like, this bloke can't be tan.
I'm like, we're watching, I'm like,
I'll make
bro,
it
how's
clear
he?
though, like I come out so red on the camera.
You
That's
did look
not
sunburned.
what I
We
look
were like,
like.
oh, he had a fresh solly sesh today.
Look at my publicity pics. Like, ask Tori, my
Look
skin
at
was
this
not
tattoo
red,
on
right?
his hand when you watch the show.
Yeah, it glows.
It
There's something going on.
glows.
Like when I'm on
Like-
camera, everything is red. Like this, this
Like
tattoo
that.
would pop off. Yeah, I got my publicity pics that are from the same night that I'm at these dinner parties looking red as a tomato, and I'm not red at all. Like I don't know why it's
Is
popping
the
up
light
on
in
camera.
there?
The math ain't mathing.
Yeah, the math ain't mathing.
The
there.
maths ain't nothing.
What has something that happened during filming that didn't air but you wish it did?
Probably heaps.
Probably your whole relationship.
The whole relationship, probably.
Yeah, that would have been a good start.
Yeah.
On our honeymoon, we sat in the bath and did the love language test
Oh.
to see what our love languages were, right? There's not a male that I've ever had in my life that would sit in a bath with me.
I've never had a fucking boyfriend that would do that.
And my husband now is the first person that's done that
and
with
that's
me.
why he's your husband.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right? And I'm like, we sat there and he went through every question. And I'm like,
Old mate.
bless.
They played a scene. It was me getting out of the bath. That
Yeah,
was
me being like,
Oh, and then you being like,
Yeah.
right?
oh, I need to go to the fucking bathroom.
Yeah, like, do you know what I mean?
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, we had a date, right? And we're meant to be these like kinky sexual people.
Oh my God, kink yoga.
We did kink
I
yoga.
tied this guy up.
She tied me up like a Christmas ham, like full legs
He
and
looked like a
hands.
crystal ball.
Kink yoga.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right, so
Wow.
it's like BDSM yoga.
Fun.
Yeah, but none of that made air. It was quite a fun
Oh.
It
time.
was so much fun.
All right, last one. How can Tori like the ridiculously skinny jeans and a man bun? You better answer that.
It doesn't bother me. Like, I think, like, the man bun, I don't know why people are so offended by it.
Yeah. There is a lot of
I
people.
think
Yes.
you're
Yeah,
offended
yeah.
by, like, a strong hairline and, like,
Yeah.
this guy's got ringlets. Like,
Oh
ringlets
yeah, actually I remember now.
to die for.
Seeing it, yeah.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
a big thing.
Yeah,
with
that
that.
thing,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know. Look, hey, I'm fucking. Hey, I'm trying to grow it back.
And, like, a strong hairline. Like,
Yeah.
do I get upset about that? No, I wish I had the thickness of his hair that he had.
I mean, yeah.
The skinny jeans. At some point in our life, we've all worn
Oh, yeah.
skinny jeans. So let's be a prick to the guy that still wears them. If I had legs like his, I'd wear skinny fucking jeans too.
Yeah.
So I think it's projection. People are like, why do you like his hair? And their hairline starts it. They're crazy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know.
I'm one of the ugliest dudes in Australia, babe. You got it rough.
Yeah. I've got to ask this
Struggle.
question because I feel like we felt it watching you guys, and maybe it's because we obviously missed out on so much. But the cast members, they saw more than us. Why did they think that you guys weren't genuine?
Because we weren't sleeping together. Then we sleep together
And
and,
it
they
wasn't
say, no, you didn't.
You lied. So did you actually sleep together as well at that point, or was that the first time?
No, so we first slept together at homestays.
If we were going to lie about sleeping together, don't you think we would have
We
said
would
it
have fucking
weeks
done it
before,
weeks
got the monkey
early.
off the back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said
Yeah.
to Tori one day, I was like, fuck, we should just tell them, right? Just like, they're just fucking on it. Give me something
Yeah.
else to talk about. And she's like, yeah. And then I went, fuck it. Like, why would we lie? We don't need to lie.
Yeah.
No.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
And
Like,
I stayed on the couch. I almost don't want to sleep with him now.
Mm.
And why is it Jack won't sleep with Tori? Why is it
Yeah.
like
Mm.
he's so reluctant to sleep with me?
Yeah.
and what you're not hearing, I don't know what week it was when we did it. What week is that?
Oh, like week 8 or something.
7 or 8. Two
wasn't
couch sessions
young.
prior, we're getting grilled about the sex,
Mm.
and I'm telling Alessandra and the experts, we're getting up to some hanky-panky. We just
Yeah.
haven't
Yeah.
had intercourse yet.
Yeah.
And
There's
they're
some
like-
shit going on.
Like, do you want us to sit here and go through granular detail?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, there hasn't been penetration. It's like, what do
Yeah.
you
Legit.
want?
Correct.
And you guys are genuinely forming a real relationship and a real connection.
I was like, do we care if they're actually
It's-
not penetrating? Like,
Yeah.
come on.
like,
it became a bit petty.
it became too much.
Yeah,
and then
it
it
did.
became like, is this all you've got?
yeah.
And then we go back, present to the group that we've slept together.
Yeah,
and
we
then
weren't even going
Timothy's
to tell
like,
them.
I know you didn't.
And tell me why it's so bad for like two consenting adults getting to know each other to take 6-7 weeks to have sex.
No,
Why is-
I'm
know.
I
yeah.
know you
Trust-
don't are not of that opinion. But
Yeah.
like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
lot.
I know. And it is. There's a lot of double standards here.
Oh yeah.
We're talking all things post MAFS now. I think is the exciting part, to be
I
honest.
think so too, because
I mean, there's a lot to digest.
we finally made it here. You guys have, made it.
And look, no, I'll be honest. We could have stayed in part 1 for a long time. There could have been like a whole week of episodes, to be honest with you guys.
We actually could have recorded for 6 hours.
So we're post experiment.
Yes.
Now, look at the top of the dot point. Let's get the first one out of the way.
Our producer put this in there because she'd seen it online and they were talking about it in the office because, as we know,
Yes.
MAFS is
Everywhere.
a juggernaut.
Oh, this sounds
it's
juicy.
the only thing anyone actually talks about in their lunchrooms at work.
For 4 months of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But our producers put it in here and we're like, we've got to ask. Now, there's been this report that you're into some weird shit, Jack.
Which when he said the
we're going
when
there.
he said
I'm sorry, I know. I'm
the
like, I'm
kinky
sorry.
yoga, I was like, okay, this triggered this. when you said
Yeah.
The gateway, sorry. Actually,
yeah,
you
you
brought
triggered
that
it.
up.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I've opened it up.
Yeah.
We ain't here to judge, all right? We're the bitches that came out
Not
with
at
a fucking
all.
vibrator.
Well,
like, we
yeah.
love it.
I don't think my mum and dad are going to listen, so let's go. Shoot me. What do you got?
Yeah.
Oh, Christine
So,
George.
I mean, my mum's probably listening. Hi, mum.
My mum will listen to.
So, the fetishes, Jack.
Mm,
Confirm or deny?
True or false?
okay.
It was the sweat.
Oh my God, did you read this? I thought they were going somewhere else.
Just ask me. Let's
You
go. What is it?
prefer
Mm.
your lady to be sweaty from the gym in order to perform cunnilinguses or to have sexual relations?
Babe, that's a word I taught you.
Yeah, you did. I
Cunnilingus.
didn't know what that word meant. He taught me it.
So you could understand what analingus is as well.
Yeah, I got that one. Thanks.
Yeah.
Look, I don't
Don't
mind.
tempt Ella with a good time, guys. Mine's shut off, but don't tempt her.
I'm actually attracted to like pheromones and like my woman. I don't mind the smell of Tori, and if we're being intimate, you know. So if there's like just some natural body odor there, like I am attracted to it if I have that connection with that person. I'm not talking about like 6-hour full like whole day old stench. I'm just
Yeah.
talking about some natural pheromones.
Like a little 45 on the cross trainer.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not turned off if a person hasn't showered just before sexual intercourse.
Oh hell no! If
Okay,
they've been,
actually, that's
That's
taking
not
that from.
really
I
like a
mean,
fetish.
that's not really a fetish. That's
No.
like,
When
I
you're
mean,
in a loving relationship, like you have sex whenever the fuck you want.
yeah, and it's
Right.
like when you
Like,
wake
just
up in
don't
the
work.
morning, right?
That's right.
You sweat when you sleep.
Yeah.
You know.
if Tori got up, had a shower, went to the gym, come home, and you know we had 25 minutes and she'd had to get down, I'd be fine. You wouldn't have to jump back in the shower.
Oh, I mean,
Okay.
we've done that. When my man's
mean-
come home from the gym, I'm like, babe, your
go.
bus is pumping.
There
Okay.
you go. That's when you feel good.
Okay,
Yeah.
so here I am thinking this is like, oh my God, he needs
Like, I haven't showered for 8 days.
Yeah. Like
Nah.
covered.
No.
I've got a big issue with like hygiene. So if something's
100.
like unhygienic or like, you know, a bit off or whatnot, then I'm off it. But that's so natural. If you've just,
Yeah.
you know, been
Yeah.
out for a little bit and you come home, that's fine.
I wouldn't consider that a fetish.
No. That's like
no,
what you do in a
babe.
normal
I'm telling you,
relationship.
like I said, we spent 3 days in a fucking hole at Love X, and
we
we
saw what
some
fetishes
shit.
were in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I'm at the gym with Tori and I see her working out and we're having a laugh, having a good time, and you know, she looks good. She's at the gym wearing her thing, doing her thing. Like maybe we come home, we feel good, and that's a good time for me, good window.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get it when you can. I'm all for that.
Yeah, when
know
you're
what I mean?
feeling it, like, yeah, get down.
That's
Okay,
right.
well, we've debunked that,
Okay,
guys. So
cool.
just fucking.
Well,
We're
producer,
actually very boring, aren't we?
can confirm.
Just debunking
yeah, they're
all
actually
these-
boring, guys.
Sorry, guys.
So boring.
Yeah,
No, wasn't
wrap it
there
up.
another kink though? Wasn't there another golden showers thing?
Oh,
Was there? Oh, was that on you, babe?
Or was that you that liked it?
Nah.
No, it was.
No, I remember we are doing the list and on camera, I'm like, ew, yuck. No, circle, circle, circle.
That's right.
And
that's
then,
it. And you were kind of
Yeah.
like,
you need Jesus. We're going to church on Sunday.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
like afterward, I was like, yeah, like I'm like not totally against it. Like I'm like, yeah, and he was like, oh. But yeah, I was definitely putting on a bit of like, ew, that's gross front. But then when the cameras were off, I was like,
Fair.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I feel like Tori's got the try anything once energy.
we
Well, I
love
think
that.
that's
I
what
mean,
it's
there's nothing
about,
wrong with
though.
that. That's
Yeah.
good. That's
you don't
great.
know if you don't try.
I mean, that's what
That's
she
right.
keeps telling me, but I mean,
That's
my
what I
anal
try- I
lingus is
tell her.
closed off. I'll
Really?
say to that.
One day, babe, with the
One
right
day.
man. Don't worry, I'll get you there one day.
Another thing that was really like prominent in our like question box, you know, the fact that Tori, you've moved your life up to the Gold Coast. You know, oh my God, it was such a big deal. You were selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace, babe.
like, where the fuck am I supposed to sell it?
I know, like
I've got a house full of furniture.
Tori's selling her fridge.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my God. And I'm sure, like, obviously you've been online and you've seen that, like, people might say that, oh, here we go. Jack's got his way now.
Making the move.
She's made the move for him. She's moving her whole life.
Mm.
Now, when I actually reflect on watching the whole show back, I don't think that was anything you were ever against. So I don't know why
Never.
people were quick to say that, oh, she's, you know,
Yeah,
she's
how's that
fallen
out of
under the
line?
spell.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
or,
never.
you know, that's, and even when you were talking with your mum, like that was never like something that was like crazy that you would move for a guy.
No, and I think we established very early on that I would, if things were to progress, I would be the one to move. He moved away from Victoria for you know, a lifestyle and weather, and I can't say to him, no, I'm not moving. You move to Melbourne where you're going to be absolutely miserable, and in 2 years' time you're going to resent me for it. I was more than happy to start my life on the Gold Coast, and it was never a thing. You know,
there was no pressure. We never had like an argument or a heated discussion. She just said, I'd happily move. I was like, well, sick.
Yeah, and admittedly towards the end I did go a bit like, I'll just say it, I was a bit like crazy, where I was like, no, like every alternating weekends, like
when we're talking about
yeah, and we saw that at the home
and
stays,
that's like
and it was
legit. I'm spiraling. I'm like, no, it needs to be like, you know. And then we kind of like come down and
because you're into him and you're like, oh my God, I actually don't want to be away from you, right?
Like what the hell? And then I was like, you know what? You're so right. Every weekend, every alternative, not practical. We both have jobs.
Babe was telling me like every week I'm flying, you're flying, like every weekend.
That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
No, so like it was never a big thing, and then it was like, oh my God, no, she's going. It's like this was always going to happen.
And guess what? We navigated it perfectly. I don't think we had more than 3 weeks off post-show until she moved in.
Yeah.
I mean, I think people love to, you know, just talk shit, and they love to see people fail. And I think
people hate happiness.
Yeah, and in Australia we do have the tall poppy thing, and I think people don't like to admit it, but we do.
We do.
And it's, you know, and I think for you guys it was like, oh, they're gonna fail. Like it's all shit. But I was really impressed that it was like, okay, she's moved. Like, wow, good for them, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I kind of feel bad for that this was even a storyline, was that, you know, you don't have friends, you've only got clients.
Yeah, that was a stretch. Like, it never even bothered me. I thought that was just so obviously desperate for a storyline.
Right.
I had 10 wedding guests, 4 of which were my immediate family. That's 40% of the wedding guests, right? My mother, my father, who'd been married for 40 years, you know, beautiful people. And 2 of my sisters were both there. And then I had 6 more, and 2 of them were my best men who I had met at the gym in the last 6-7 years. And they are legitimately like some of my best people in my life.
And how old are you, Jack? I actually just reminded.
34.
Okay, you're 34. As an adult, where do you fucking meet people?
Thank you.
Okay, let me add. I've moved to the Goldie 10 years ago.
Yeah.
With
It's a community.
Yeah.
Of course it is. With my working and my training, I'm there 60 hours a week.
Yeah.
And these great connections that I've made.
This is what I didn't understand about them keep calling clients. It's like,
yeah.
okay, but it's like,
why did they?
what's the line here?
Yeah.
I think if you're
You
a villain
know-
in your own right, they try and isolate you a little bit. So you do look one-dimensional. You can't be seen giving advice, laughing with anyone, having good conversations. That all just gets chopped. Easier to portray a certain character, I suppose. And at the wedding, I think your friend Leah asked me, who are all the people? And I explained. And then as I was about to say, then these people that are here, I have met a few of these people at the gym, not my family. These are the people that I've shared my life with in the last 10 years. And I do love and respect these people, and I would have them here.
I mean, as a 31-year-old female who, you know, moved away from like where I grew up and all of my school friends and everything, like at my wedding, because it was COVID, I couldn't have in any of my family or friends. So the friends I did have were my dog park friends. So does that make me like some like weirdo
Crazy
because
dog
I
person,
only
right?
does that make me a crazy dog person because I only had friends that I met at the dog park?
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we found it weird that it was always like, oh, they're
These
clients, they're
clients.
clients.
And we would be like, why are they saying clients? Like, why do they keep
I
using
genuinely
that?
was like, why is it clients?
Yeah.
You know, because
And
as
it did
adults,
make-
where do
yeah.
you make friends?
Correct.
Yeah.
It never bothered me on
Yeah.
a personal level. It was just silly. I thought it was just a low blow, like scratching the barrel. It was
Yeah.
almost like, do something better. Like, where's the integrity here of the show? Like,
Yeah.
so it never really icked me.
I mean,
just
I
thought
felt
people
bad
would
for you,
see
and
through it.
I did too.
I wasn't like a fan of Jack. I wasn't like number one Jack.
No.
Yeah,
Couldn't
yeah,
be.
yeah. You know what I
couldn't
mean?
be, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I was like, I don't like that.
I'm so grateful. My
Yeah.
mother and father, they come to my get readies, and I just said to the producer, I just said, just get me a shake of my dad's hand. Like, that's all I want.
don't.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I said, Mum will come in, she'll have a cry, she'll hug me. I just
Yeah.
want to shake my dad's hand on camera. And he did. He set it up. They didn't get a shitty edit. They come in, it was really wholesome. Dad put
Yeah.
my jacket on, we shook hands. And we're not like a family that tells each other we love each other a lot, you know. Off the
But they showed
farm.
up.
Yeah.
They showed
Yeah,
up.
I know,
And,
yeah.
That's how we were brought up, you know, on the dairy farm. And me and Dad have never had those moments before, so it was really nice.
That's really nice.
How are your family coping? Because it would be hard to see the vitriol and I guess this person that they're seeing and that's being portrayed on the TV.
Yeah, they don't like it. They're not worried for Jack, for me. They know who I am. They know I can deal. And I was starting to coach them before the show would air to let them know this is what's probably going to come on your screen. Just remember it's a TV show. Take the emotion out of it. And I've got to coach them through every other episode. They'll be like, what's this and what's going on? What does this mean? And now they're just more so worried for Tori. They know I've got it. So they're just like, how's Tori going? And you know, they haven't enjoyed watching it by any stretch.
No.
Yeah, it wouldn't be an enjoyable thing as people that love you and care about you.
And it's brutal. There's a word for it. It's brutal.
Even for us, like, you know, people would look at it and be like, oh, you had an easy, you know, ride and, you know, you didn't have any shit. It's still fucked. You live it twice. You film it and then you have to watch it. Yeah. And I think for anyone, regardless of what your outcome is on the show and if you meet the love of your life or you don't, it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
It's a hard slog.
And you watch the episodes and like for me, I'd get so frustrated because I'd be like, that's not how that happened.
Yeah.
And like we were there, we filmed it, but I would still be like, Jack, like, why did that happen?
I've
or
heard
like,
cast members talk to me that you would have a favourable edit, you could say, like come off looking pretty squeaky clean, and they'll talk to me about a particular scene where they didn't get the favourable little moment, and I'm like, bro, imagine every time you're on camera, it's unfavourable.
Yeah.
And you look like a dick.
Yeah.
Like that was me. Not as much you. I think you get to see the more of Tori than you do Jack.
Yeah.
But not the greatest edit either. Or you know.
I'm not happy about it.
And are you guys like still friends with anyone from the cast? What's that?
I'm a lone wolf, hey. So like if anyone reached out, I'm here. And have I had conversations with many people from the cast since the show, babe? Yeah, I've had a lot of people reach out and say this about my edit, that about my edit, and I've had half-hour conversations saying, mate or lady, it's not who you are. You know who you are. Don't read your comments.
Like he's dishing the advice
Yeah.
to the
Take
people
it.
that got like
Wow.
And take it with a grain.
minuscule
Take it with a
yeah.
grain of salt, right?
I mean, if anything, I'd be coming and being like, fuck, are you okay?
Yeah,
like
but
I wouldn't
also
be
saying,
coming to
sorry,
you and
I
like
didn't stand
complaining
up.
about
Sorry, I didn't say something.
Sorry, I didn't fucking say something.
I
Sorry.
honestly think the word got out through a guy in the media that I was doing pretty good, and there was a few people that were wigging out about their edits maybe on TV, and he's sort of, I always said to him, if anyone wants to chat, let me know.
Yeah.
And they would. He'd hand my
Yeah,
number
and
on
they
and they'd
would.
give me a call. So
Like the person
because I know when I started talking to you, that was the first thing I was like, how are you going?
Yeah.
Like that, because like as I'm watching, I'm like, fuck.
you've got to
You know,
remember,
there's a human here too.
we are very,
Correct.
very resilient people.
Yeah.
I do have this very robust mindset. It's taken me
You're
a lot.
way better than me.
A lot of time to
Way
like
better.
frame the mindset I do have. Personal trainer of 10 years, right?
Yeah.
But I could not have done
I
it
couldn't-
without Tori. I could not
Oh,
have
and
done
vice
that without
versa.
Tori. Yeah. So it was the perfect team.
You guys really are a very good match to pair you guys
Yeah.
in hope that it probably wouldn't work.
Yeah.
You know, like it's 1% chance. Like they matched you perfectly.
Yeah.
It now makes sense though, because there was sometimes those little comments where you'd be like, "Good job," or like,
Yes.
these little things that all
we-
make sense now.
Yeah.
I've
Like
spoke
that's
on that.
you, like
being like, well done, babe.
Come on,
Yeah.
It's like reaffirming.
like we got
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Come on.
100%, yeah.
yeah.
Because there
I-
were
don't
moments,
say
there
good
were
at-
comments.
Yeah.
And we were like, hang on, did something just fuck up there?
Yeah,
Are they
he's like,
faking
"Oh, why
it?"
is he saying like good job
And
or like
didn't-
fucking this?"
I wasn't
weird shit?
self-aware of that language. I watched it back and went, "Oh, it does seem funny," but I know where it comes from. I say good job
Yeah.
to people every day at the gym.
Yeah.
Good job, you're doing really well. And I wasn't talking
It's
to
not
you.
you being coercive control,
No.
like other language people want to use.
No.
It's you being like, "You got this, babe. Come on, we can do this. We can
Yeah,
get this through
it's
this
like-
together."
It's like combative language. It's like we're on the combat. Like we're in complete like
And
war
sue
zone
me,
here.
like it's probably just I could use another word, but it's something I use every day.
Yeah,
at
it's
work,
part of
so-
your vocab and
Yeah.
So, you guys, you're living together. Tori, you've moved your life. Where do you see yourselves? Like,
what's next?
What's next? What's the future for you guys?
Babies. Apparently you're pregnant.
I know you're pregnant.
Yeah.
Congrats.
That one of the questions was, is she pregnant? I'm like, guys,
Just eating real good.
just in love.
Exactly.
Actually, have you guys said that? Are you in love?
look, we've not said it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
Shit, I feel like I'm the expert right now.
I know. Fucking
know.
get us
I'm
on that
like-
couch.
like PTSDing hard right now.
Okay, so we're not there.
No,
We haven't said
I
that.
think it's hard to explain. Like
Tories, have you ever told someone you're in love with them?
no.
Okay.
Right.
Well, that says
and
a lot.
I've told one person in my
Okay.
life, you know.
Being around you guys for a few hours, seeing that you've moved your life for this man. I
Well,
mean,
that's a
I mean,
commitment.
what? It's
Yeah.
a commitment,
Yeah.
and
That's a big
and what
commitment.
is love? At the end of the day, it's a
And
commitment.
It's
It's
100.
a
And you
it's
hear
a
me say
partnership.
in my final vows, I would not uproot your life if I like didn't take this
I mean, we didn't even
seriously.
touch on the
We didn't
fucking
even get
final
to
vows,
that.
by the
Yeah.
way, which was a fucking. I felt
So-
brain fucked by the end of it.
Yeah.
I don't know what they
we were
did.
just like, wait.
I don't
I'm
know what happened
so
there.
Fucking cool.
There is so much juice there.
I truly feel like from watching you guys, knowing nothing about you guys, taking you all by screen value,
Mm.
like I'm just so glad that we had this opportunity
Yeah.
because I actually
Thank you for giving us this
feel-
opportunity.
No, thanks for having us.
I feel so differently about you, and I'm really like understanding now
Yeah.
that I've met you, I've spoken to you. When Tori, you would say like the connection, I don't have any doubts, I'm not stupid, you know, and
Yeah.
same with you, like
Mm.
it makes sense now.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate that the country totally misunderstood your entire relationship, and it's unfortunate that we all didn't get to see that.
Yeah.
And
I really
Yeah.
hope every person listens to these episodes because
oh, they will, babe.
and I know
course
they
they
will. Harrison thinks that he fucking broke the internet, mate.
Ah,
You got nothing.
seriously.
don't get me talking about your mate Harrison.
It's been awesome. Like
Thank
you
you.
guys.
It honestly,
It has been
thank
good.
you
Yeah.
so much, and for the courage as well, because like it would have been nerve wracking. I mean, we were nervous because
Yeah.
we didn't know how you were going to meet the questions and
Yeah.
and how open you would
we're
be.
so happy
But
to do the media, you know, like every time we speak to you guys, anyone through the media, all we can do is add context and
Yeah.
clarity,
Yeah.
which is what we're lacking the entire time on the show.
Yeah.
And we do work and we do make a fucking dynamite couple.
Yeah.
We know it. So it's just like, you know, if you want to get to know us and find out why, this is what we're going to do.
Just talk to
you know?
us. Like we're the two most like personable people ever.
We really are, with some ridiculous banter, which gets,
Yeah,
you know,
like,
You're both
This is-
very interesting people.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think there's
And
there's layers
we,
there.
we didn't get like we totally
Yeah.
missed that, and
Yeah.
I'm feeling myself sitting here thinking like, fuck, I totally misjudged.
I
these
wish
people.
we didn't see as much of Lauren drunk and more of you guys.
Do you know what we say all the time? They fucked it up. They could have just had us be
Yeah.
happy. We would have been controversial in our own ways. We would have been funny, entertaining. We could have still been really good for MAFS.
I mean, I
Yeah.
really think they could have still had you being controversial and
Yeah.
saying
Yeah.
fucked up stuff, but also being in love.
Yeah.
'Cause,
You know,
like,
even though you
yeah.
haven't said, but
Yeah.
like being
well,
together.
being a success story. Yeah.
I like to see drama, but I also like to see happy endings.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm so happy
Yeah.
that we got to witness
Yeah.
this relationship and this happy ending.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
I'm so happy, and just thank you so much. And I really hope that you guys as listeners get to see this as well. And obviously we can't wait to see the feedback. It's going to be really interesting. And look, when we said that we were getting you guys on the podcast, we copped some heat, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I clap back at people, and I'm like, don't, because I'm like, you just wait.
I formed an opinion based on what I was seeing. You're here today, and I'm like, I got that wrong,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'm
right.
hoping that that's what the listeners are going to get from the podcast.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I do feel like we have enjoyed our media. You can call this media.
Yeah.
And we've met some lovely people. And when we do sit down or we do have a Zoom chat or whatever, we do have a good time and we do get a good reception.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
first couple of minutes seem tense. Everyone's like, fuck, this is Jack and Tori.
Yeah. It's
We
like
get it.
Of course, it's like,
Oh, shit.
yeah.
we did like the MAFS official podcast
Oh, yeah.
with Shelly, and like there was like some technical difficulties in the beginning, so we had like 15 minutes just myself and Shelly talking, and then Jack popped up and we were just having this like chat, and at the end she was like, I think she said something like, I wanted to hate you guys or something like that, but I really enjoyed this.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, it actually would have been easier just to hate you.
Yeah.
It wouldn't.
Yeah.
You know,
to come in here and we're like, no, that's wrong, Jack. You should. But
Yeah.
there was all this context
yeah,
that we missed.
and it's
So
like,
we get it now.
and because we always had those questions in the back of our mind when we were watching it anyway. We're kind of like, I don't. This isn't mathing. You know, so it's, being able to sit here with you guys today and get the clarity has been amazing. And we thank you so much. And we wish you all the best for your journey and wherever life takes you. Because truly, I think, you know, you've weathered the storm and
you fucking made it,
we
guys.
fucking wish you all the best. And it's like, you know what? You go and fucking hold on to each other and you go off and into the sunset and you fucking live your lives, guys.
And have fun.
And have fun.
Yeah.
Nice words. Well, thank you for having us. It's been a good time.
And it's nice to just sit and chat and like talk real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not.
Well, that's what we wanted this to be. It's not like, oh my God, we've got questions and you know, we wanted it to be like that. So
No,
thank
and
you
we,
so much.
we are those people, you know, it's not about proving anyone wrong or anyone right or impressing anyone. It's just we're happy, we know what we're doing.
Yeah.
And, you know, if we want to go off into the sunset, we will. We want to do what we want to do, make a family, do business. That's what we're going to do. So
Love it.
Sounds
good on you
exciting.
guys.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.